What's up, everybody? I hope everybody is doing well. And I just wanted to come on here and make this little video, y'all. Said I wasn't going to say nothing, but I couldn't keep it to myself. So, for the past couple weeks, there has been an internet couple who apparently are influencers, and they became the hot topic on social media because the wife posted a series of videos against the husband claiming abuse against him. And this has been going on for the past couple weeks. But after seeing the videos, they made some videos separately for the past, they've been making videos separately for the past couple weeks. And then within the past couple days, I don't know if they're back together, I don't know, but they have been making videos together. The past couple days, and all of the gaslighting, lies, backtracking, retracting, and foolery, they have officially gotten on your girl's nerves. For one, I feel like domestic violence and abuse is nothing to play with or about in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So instead of just sitting in my annoyance of it all, I decided to make this video of what we can be reminded of and learn from them. Number one is, and I'm reading off a list, so if you see my eyes going back and forth, I'm reading off my laptop. Number one, if you don't want anybody to know something about you or to know your business, shh, don't tell anybody, especially social media. Once you open up that door and you open up those floodgates, you can't get mad when people voice their opinion on matters that should have been private in the first place. Relations, there are just certain things that you just need to be quiet, put your lips together and keep them together and be quiet on. Relationship and marriage business is one of those things that should be private and kept between the two people within that relationship. Number two, two people can be toxic for each other and not abusive towards each other. But when any form of abuse is added into the toxic equation, that relationship should really be reevaluated and possibly severed. Any form of abuse is bad. There are several different forms: physical, emotional, verbal, mental, spiritual, sexual, and the list can go on and on and on. Anytime that abuse comes into a relationship, there needs to be a reevaluation because people need to, possibly seek counseling and therapy and possibly healing in doing their own separate things and getting out of that. So that's what I'll say about that. Number three, fakeness begets fakeness and authenticity begets authenticity. We need to start being real. We need to start. If you're being fake, how do you expect somebody to be real? Make it make sense, y'all. You can't. So the best thing is just to be yourself in all environments and in all platforms, because that will attract authenticity. Yes, it probably attract fake people too, but more than likely it's going to attract more authenticity and more realness and more real people. And then you gain respect from that because people have a certain level of respect for people who are authentic, who are real, who are truthful and honest, without all the drama and fakeness and everything like that. So that's what I'll say about that. Number four, if you have to check phones and computers and add tracking devices and constantly be watching another whole grown person, you need to reevaluate yourself and why you're in that relationship. Because number one, that's just way too much, way too much, way too overwhelming, taking up too much time and too much energy. And we just are not each other's property. And it is not anyone else's responsibility to pamper or repair your insecurities. You need to take all of that energy and refocus it back on healing and getting some help on trying to figure out why you're doing those things, because none of that even matters, because we do all of those things and the person still is out there treating us dirty, doing dirt and all of those type of things. So you really need to take all of that energy and refocus it within. Number five, getting a tattoo of someone's name on your body in and of itself is not an indication of love. I know that we live in a society where people will do certain things, get tattoos and do all kind of crazy stuff, and in the name of love, and it is not in the name of love most of the time. Oftentimes, this is a controlling and manipulative tactic to either get that person to do get a person to do what the other person want them to do, or to cover up who someone is really being or what they're really doing. But it has nothing to do with love, oftentimes, getting tattoos. And I had this incident happen to me, and me and this person ended up not even being together. It was just, like I said, at first I didn't know whether to be flattered or flattened or what was going on, but it was a lot. For me personally. So that's something that I would never do, is get another, someone that I'm dating or in a romantic relationship with, their name tattooed on my body. Just not my cup of tea. I show love. I show real love. I don't need to tattoo your name across my body in order to love you. Number 6, keep your family and friends out your relationship, especially marriage business. Oftentimes, this causes friction or can cause friction in those relationships, because your family and friends, they're going to protect you. They're going to run to your rescue. And especially when that loved one goes back to the person that, that they broke up with and came to you crying on your shoulder about. So a lot of times it's just good to keep that neutral balance and just keep them out of it. It just saves a lot of drama, saves a lot of foolishness and a lot of things that could be said and done in the heat of the moment. So it just keeps the peace, and it creates an environment of peace and respecting other people's peace. Number 7, family and friends is for y'all. Stay up out of folks' relationship unless it directly involves you in some kind of way. Because what you'll find out is you'll be riding for and with someone in the fallout, and then boom, they'll go right back to that person you thought y'all was riding against together. And not only that, then they'll get mad at you. So the person that y'all fall out in the fallout, they'll be against, both of them will be against you. So, just be mindful of that. Stay up out of folks' relationship business. Just be neutral about it. If they come and talk to you about it, keep your comments and stuff to a minimum. Number 8 is to repeat number 7. Okay, y'all? And number 9 is to repeat number 8, which is to repeat number 7. All right, y'all got that? Okay, amen. Number 10, self-love is less about doing and more about being. But society has told us it's backwards. Who and what you are being to yourself, self-love is more about who and what you are being to yourself and then to others. You can go to all the spas, get your hair and nails done regularly, dress to the nines, have a ton of money in the bank, house on the hill, car in the driveway, in the garage, and still be full of self-hate. Make sure that you are loving yourself. Self-love is an inward thing. It is more of taking care of yourself on the inside, making sure that you are well, that you are healing those things that are hurting you, those traumas that a lot of us have experienced, healing those things. And number 11, I wanted to say, be mindful of who you are following in these social media streets, because a lot of these influencers and things, they're not living the life that they're telling you to live. And there's nothing wrong with that per se. But sometimes a lot of us get caught up in, I want to be like this person. I want goals. And we make somebody's relationship or somebody our goals, and those persons then when the sheets is pulled off and those people come out, and they're not at all who you thought they were or what they said. They're writing books about self-love. They're not living self-love. They're writing books about certain things that they're not even living. So just be mindful of who you're following, who you're allowing to influence you. And that's on social media, that's in real life streets and all of those things. So that is what I wanted to say, and I hope everybody is being well and continue to be well and continue to take care Bye. Love you.